What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Uh, this is Kitchen Talks, episode 5 now. I'm your host, Nathan.
And I'm your other host, P.
Um, yeah, episode 5, man. Between sips of coffee, that's all I can say. Episode 5.
We're 5 in.
That's 5 weeks we've been doing this.
That's pretty good. We're keeping it going.
And if you're not subscribed yet, what the hell are you doing?
Mm-hmm. Hit
This
that
is
sub
this is
button.
this is top tier radio wave material. This
Exactly.
is the best of the best. No, I'm just kidding.
They're missing the secrets of the universe.
They're missing pure, honest talk.
Mm-hmm.
They're missing ecstasy
Mm-hmm.
in the ears of the ears.
Ecstasy of the ears.
Okay, anyway. Now that we got that out of the way. Rudy Fuliani, man.
Mm-hmm.
Rudy Fuliani.
Rudy Fuliani. That's
Mr.
a good name for him.
Gargoyle. Mr. Penguin.
Mr. Hair Sweat.
Yeah. Brown drip off his face. Yeah. The man's a clown.
Mm-hmm.
Explain to the people what why we're saying this about Mr. Fuliani.
Yeah, I think it's due to that press conference he had. He had that made all these claims of voter fraud that Germany and Venezuela messed with voting machines and added the vote to Biden.
Ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Ridiculous. Is there any way that did happen? I mean, no evidence, right?
Yeah, no evidence at all.
And even if that would be very difficult to do for another country to do that, I would think.
Yeah, that's a lot of time and money, and like Venezuela and Germany don't really have. I think it was Germany was one of the countries he named. Have no interest in doing that.
No, they don't care about that.
Mm-hmm.
They don't care about our election that much.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, man. Giuliani, Trump's kind of conceded,
Mm-hmm.
but not really. You said you told me the other day they're starting the transition process, correct?
Yep.
So that's that. They're starting that at least. Biden's getting some intelligence briefings. You said.
Yep, he's getting some intelligence briefings and all the necessary briefings from any other department, and I think that they're also starting the transition process where he can start to get his people into agencies, so he's not screwed on January 20th.
Yeah, because with the president, transitions are pretty important.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if you don't set up the future president for success, it's a burden on the whole country.
Yeah, it
They
really
need
is.
that info on briefings on what's going on, what other nations to be aware of. I'm assuming, right?
Oh yeah, that's a
Yeah.
huge part of it.
And Trump blatantly, in his selfish ways, shows no care.
Oh, not at all. I think he posted on Twitter the day they announced that they were gonna move forward with the transition that but we will still prevail.
Yeah, saw this kid post on my Snapchat on his story. It was this video of just that video of Biden sniffing his granddaughter's hair or whatever.
Oh,
And
yeah.
he said, "This is really who you guys are excited for to be your president." And yeah.
Yeah, they'll be doing that his entire presidency.
Yeah.
It is what it is. We've been living through quite the buffoon for the past 4 years too. So it's not
Yeah, it's and honestly, Biden, he wasn't touching them inappropriately, or I mean, sniffing hair. Come on. I mean,
mhm.
people sniff hair sometimes. I don't know. You can say what you want, but we know Biden has a lot of gaffes and shit, and but that's just. I have no. I'd take that against a guy like Trump who has multiple actual lawsuits against him.
Yeah, and none of those. Yeah, he isn't engulfed in as much scandal as Trump either. So it's, I mean, Trump makes a claim that he's was involved in his son's business deals in Ukraine with the oil company, and didn't he say something during the debates that he got like $3 million from
Hmm. Yeah,
the Russians?
yeah.
And I don't think that's been proven yet.
No, it definitely has not. Yeah, no, none of that stuff's been proven. Of course, Trump's some of the allegations against Trump haven't necessarily been proven either, but
Hmm.
um, yeah, it's say what you will. Fact of the matter is, we've got a new president, and the process needs to be smooth. That's it.
Yep. Yeah, one of my main concerns with it is that, did I tell you about faithless electors?
You had mentioned that to me the other day, but I might need some refreshing on that one.
Yeah, all it is that uh so say if Kentucky it went for Donald Trump, so all those electors should be voting for Trump.
Okay.
But faithless electors are ones that they vote for Biden. And
Okay.
each state has different rules on how to handle that, but we haven't seen a huge flux of those guys switching votes. So, but that could be a problem this election, maybe in Georgia or Arizona or Michigan, even
Okay.
because of the sheer amount of Trump supporters. Because electors, they're not just these official people representing the government. They could be somebody that just participates in your local Democratic or Republican party.
Okay.
They're chosen from the each party because they know they will vote a certain way if the state goes a certain way. So
That's an issue.
yeah, and I forget what date it is, but the vice president has to preside over the House. I think in January, and read them off and officially certify it.
Okay.
And that could be a shit show too. I mean, I think Pence has to do that. So, but you could have, because it's a joint session of Congress, you could have people that are uh, object to it
Okay.
and make
Yeah.
the process even longer.
Yeah. Yeah, our whole election process was meant to be both parties being kind to one another
Yeah.
and giving over power. That's what it comes down to. And
Hmm.
without that, it can get ugly.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and you don't really see in other democracies. Each democracy is a little different, huh?
Yeah,
Are we the only one? Excuse me. Are we the only country with a electoral college?
I think so.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That needs gone, man. We've said that before.
Yep. Even though it's not representative of the country in it.
But the people on what's it called? The new app,
Oh,
Hey,
parlay.
Parlor, whatever, Parlay. Yeah, they uh they buy into all this stuff, all this
Nice.
fake, all this conspiracy crap. That's where they're migrating, man.
Mm-hmm.
That is where they're migrating. I saw a video of the CEO of Parlay, being interviewed, and a while back when it first came out, and they're just big on their claim is that they won't take down anything unless it's illegal, something illegal to post, but such as like severe hate crime, I mean hate talk, hate speech, and but yeah, their whole thing is just no bias. You get to say what you want and share bullshit, which cool, but oh, that's what I had told you I think a couple weeks ago is that in a sense that's good because I see, and this I'm gonna play the devil's advocate. Well, not really devil's advocate, but just facts is the media is liberal for the most part. I mean, you
Mm-hmm.
can see that clear as day. I don't know if I talked about this in a previous podcast. I remember telling you this though, but I'll say it again. I mean, the fact that they do take down and flag a lot of people's conservative posts and whatnot, the media and Twitter and a lot of those social media companies are partisan. Seems this at least the CEOs and the crap are, but and they're ultimately the decide what goes down. It seems that the media is pretty biased. So that's one cool thing I guess about parlay, but the problem is when you can't fact check even I think completely false things should be at least flagged because like say there's like no evidence. But I was just playing the devil's advocate with that. But yeah, I but you'd agree that the media is pretty liberally biased, wouldn't you?
Yeah, and it has gotten more liberal over the past 4 years too, especially the political pundits on there, like uh, what's his name, um, Don Lemon, and
Oh, yeah, we were talking about this, right? We didn't talk about this on a podcast.
I
I
don't think
remember.
we have.
I'm trying to separate our just normal kitchen talks versus the podcast. I think this was just a normal kitchen talk. This wasn't actually talked about on the podcast. So this is good. Keep going.
Yeah, who else? I think.
I had said the town hall thing, debate thing. But if you watch Biden's and
Oh
then
yeah,
Trump's, the lady they picked, I said was just like just bitchy, and no hard feelings, but she's from MSNBC. What's her? I'm gonna look it up.
yeah, I totally
But
forgot.
she let's see here. Yeah, I'm not a fan. She instead of actually asking Trump questions, he was right. They do attack him. Same with the 60-minute interviews with Leslie, whatever, and like they do, man. They really do attack him. It's not
Yeah,
even an interview. It's just them going after him with the nasty tone. So I agree with him there because Biden doesn't get that treatment or didn't get that treatment.
yeah, he didn't get that in the 60 Minutes interview, didn't he? He
Yeah,
who interviewed him for the 60 Minutes interview? Was it someone? I think it was someone different, wasn't it? Or was it the same?
it was. I think it might have been someone different. Yeah,
Yeah, but he definitely got some different treatment. I mean, they started off with poll results, and
yeah. I can't find the lady, but I'm sure. Um, yeah, I don't remember, but I'm sure if you just search up for the viewers or the listeners on YouTube, the Trump town hall debate where the people he fielded questions from crowd members and whatnot. But yeah, so that was that news anchor. Not a big fan. Very biased. It's gotten worse.
Yeah, wasn't she? She was pretty forceful in some of the questions too. Like she would.
She was trying to make him look bad.
Hmm.
And that's not the way to do it. He can make himself look bad if you just let him talk.
Yeah.
But if you attack him, he can turn it on you,
Uh huh.
which is exactly what he did. Um, did you say movies are biased? Carry some level of bias.
Well,
Movies,
yeah.
movies, and movie directors put kind of slip in some of their beliefs into their movies to persuade.
Yeah. Yeah. Because Hollywood in general tends to be pretty liberal.
Wow, could have guessed.
So they, I think they do tend to slip in um, some
Bias.
bias, and if they don't in their movies, they're definitely active on social media
God,
about it,
yeah, yeah.
which is kind of. I wonder what that would look like if Hollywood was in a different place, like yeah, like actually a different location, like if they were in, say, like a conservative city in Texas.
Yeah. And that's uh, like I don't think like I've seen another thing that bothers me is on Snapchat there's those little if you go to your stories you can watch all those different like news outlet stories and stuff, you know?
Yeah, I've seen those.
The yeah, but a few of them are really fuck it. I'm gonna pull it up on my phone right now and read some of these because one of them was about um like Charlie Puth. He's a pop singer, and they were like, Charlie Puth might be a Trump supporter was the caption, and the video was just these people with Biden shirts. Like, if Charlie Puth's a Trump supporter, he hasn't been on social media posting against Trump, so he well all these other singers are, so like he might be a Trump supporter, and I just can't be a fan. Like, I hope he's not, so I won't be able to stand him anymore if he's not. And like, they're like, come on, like I don't care if someone's a Trump supporter if they have a valid they can give me a valid reason. They don't even have to have a valid reason. Everyone's entitled to their own thing. Like you can't cancel someone for that. I think
Mm-mm.
that's ridiculous.
And that
I
was
mean,
a
sure, the guy's stands for a lot of bad things, in my opinion, but people are entitled to their own. So, like, you can't say you're gonna. It's just ridiculous to try to cancel someone over political beliefs. But on Snapchat, it's like we are a married trans couple and proud. Jada Smith opens up about her son's decision. Yes, some people die during sex. Here's why. Like, what kind of fucking news is this? K- Kenosha shooter. Nah, that's real. The Washington Post. Kenosha shooter. Ooh, I'm gonna click on this. Kenosha shooter. I don't regret it. Yeah, he got out,
out of jail.
right?
Oh, the yeah, the
Kyle Rittenhouse, the guy that shot two people.
mm-hmm.
Let's look that up real quick. Because I thought I saw that he like they raised a GoFundMe of $2 million to post his bail.
Kyle Rittenhouse.
But some of these other titles here, like weird things girls find attractive. This pit. Well, let's see. It's just
poses.
clickbait shit, man. Clickbait. I'm 13, trans, and have celebrity parents. Actors who enjoyed kissing co-stars too much. The queer catch-up. That's the name of one of these things. The queer catch-up.
The
So
queer catch up.
they just highlight gay people's lives, which is like I'm not against it. I'm just saying like some of this stuff's just really clickbaity.
Yeah,
Like
it's very
I'm
pop starish.
13. Yeah, I'm 13, trans, and have celebrity parents. Okay, and I know who this is. It's Dwayne Wade's son. Dwayne Wade's a Hall of Fame basketball player, and well, he will be in the Hall of Fame. He just retired a couple years ago, but his youngest son is trans, and he's only 13, which is great. And his dad's really supportive, and a lot of people slander Dwayne Wade for that and say you raised your son wrong. You're like all this bad mean shit, and it's disgusting. I have no problem with it, but yeah, just the clickbaity shit on Snapchat, like the titles they use is kind of like God.
Is
Why you gotta highlight the fact that has celebrity parents? Like who cares?
do you think a bunch of these people bunch of people get their news from
Snapchat?
Snap?
Oh God, yeah, I'm sure. I try to stay away, but those titles entice you. The clickbait, man. It's a reason why clickbait's so popular on YouTube too. Gets people to click. What'd you find about Mr. Rittenhouse?
Um.
Also, is the audio all right?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
From my end, is it working pretty good?
Yeah, it is.
Let's see. Poses was.
There.
I think yeah. He says. Let's see. Uh, released.
But on that same token, just this culture, man. This culture, and I'm getting sucked into it too. I can't even lie. It's just, but when you look at it, ugh, clickbait, status. I mean, man, I've been thinking lately. It might just have to be. Seems like you just have to go for it. I don't know, like that status and get be a face on one of those Snapchat stories. I don't know, man. It's a weird world.
Yeah, and it's pretty sad because it's creating an illusion of reality. A lot of these apps like that, especially with news, or they get people are getting stuff that is very not important information.
Yeah, and I've done some dumb stuff, posted some dumb stuff just for the attention. Like you get that, or done things like that just for some because you crave that, and that's. Mm. Hate to admit it, but it's a beast that takes over.
That's I think we'll get to a point someday where people will get out of that trap. Or I think where we all get out of it. We have to,
Yeah,
or else AI is going to take over.
yeah.
It's probably what AI wants.
Have you seen that video of Jeff Bezos playing with that robot arm?
No.
He's like playing with this robot arm, and then he's like testing something out with some robotics people, and but he lets out this like let me see if I can pull it up. Lets out this like evil maniacal genius laugh.
Yeah, I've heard that laugh.
It's creepy, man.
It's kind of um. Yeah, you're right. It's totally
Here it is. Evil billionaire laugh. Here it is. I'm gonna pull my phone up to this mic. Do you hear it?
Yeah. That's very Doctor Evilish,
Wait
man.
for it. Wait for it. Watch. No, I guess it was this one right here. This beginning one. Hold on. Yeah, this right here.
Yeah. Oh god.
Creepy man.
Yeah,
Anyway,
he
like
did
what you
that.
said. What's up?
Oh, he did that same laugh. I don't know with David Blaine. David Blaine showed him a couple tricks, and he had that same. Yeah.
Yeah, it's it's. You said AI is gonna take over. I'm worried about Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos. Watch the David Blaine hot air balloon thing he did, man. Or not the hot air balloon, but the balloons, like 100 something balloons, I think, and he flew in the air, helium balloons, like the movie Up. Is crazy.
David Blaine balloons.
It's a long video though, so you probably won't be able to watch it
Uh,
right now, but watch it
uh,
later. It's crazy. David Blaine's pretty cool, man. He sticks that needle through his hand or that
oh
metal
yeah.
rod. He did that on the Rogan podcast too, or through his arm, I think. Yeah,
Oh yeah. That's pretty.
fucking swallowed a frog and then spit it back up. That's insane. Kept the frog alive.
Yeah, I mean, he's just throwing up water on the
Yeah,
Joe Rogan
Rogan
podcast.
was freaked out, man. He was like, "What the hell?" That was a lot of water too. He's throwing up. God,
Yeah, that David Blaine, man.
David Blaine, crazy.
Hmm.
That man is crazy. Um, man, trying to think what else we were. Thought I wanted to bring one more thing up about. Well, another thing about that society thing. I said I was going to bring this up because I was going on a rant earlier about the um women. Well, not just women. It's everyone kind of with the status thing. I guess I already touched on that, but it's just people think they're too good for you, and women especially. I'm just gonna say it. In our age group, can be that way, and yeah, it's about to not waste my energy with it anymore.
Yeah, it's getting especially on dating apps.
Yeah, Tinder, Tinder, man. Tinder's it's interesting. They want you to they know how the brain works, so that's for sure. They got human psychology down. Give them that. They want you. They give you a certain amount of swipes, and then they want you to pay for more. It's always that you could pay for this, and look at all these people that liked you, and
Yeah, and
half of them are fucking bots.
it fucks with your head big time.
It does. I don't think it's talked about enough. People think it's all fun and games, but it can fuck with people's heads, man.
It's reminding me
Trust me,
of
man.
that movie Social Dilemma, where
Yeah, yeah,
it's just impacting what you think is cool in school, I guess, if that makes sense.
yeah. It's a vice, man. It's a fucking vice. It's like drugs, it's like alcohol, it's like beating off. Dude, it's dude, it's a vice. I
Yeah.
think dating apps are becoming a new vice. Like some people go get drunk and are alcoholics. Some people hop on a dating app to get that same high and go
Yeah.
get those likes and swipes and matches. That's crazy. It's another. I'd say if I had to, one of my vices is probably coffee, man. I
Mine's
think I'd probably. Yeah, what were you gonna say?
oh no, well, mine's beer.
Beer? Yeah, I'd say I get pretty intense with coffee and I guess a little bit of alcohol too. Can enjoy consuming a lot of it, but not to the point of getting blackout drunk. But yeah, dude, Bill Gates. This is random, but I was just thinking he he used to stay up. There's a documentary about him on, or like a three-part series on Netflix about him that I've watched. But he used to stay up in college with his buddies. All like he barely slept, man. He lived on McDonald's and just coffee and stayed up all night and day to do. They'd like sleep in the computer room, dude, in the computer lab at college, programming, which eventually became Microsoft. But yeah, him and his buddies, man, they'd code all night, and then one of them would go to sleep, and the other would stay up and watch. Then the next one would get like a few 2 hours of sleep at a time, and then pop right back up and start coding again.
That is wild.
Yeah, go watch that if you have time. It's crazy.
I don't. That is a lot of energy. Holy crap.
Yeah,
That
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 was random, but I was thinking if he was a partier in college, he wouldn't have time for any of that. So he definitely sacrificed parties and social life. That's what I've thought too. Like people used to ask me in high school too why I didn't party. Partly why I didn't go to a lot of parties. It's because I was anxious and just some social anxiety. But another reason I didn't go to parties is because I was on my grind and just wanted to had bigger plans. That's one of the main reasons I don't, because I'd rather work on music or this or do things that would actually help me in the long run.
mm-hmm.
Nothing against going having fun. I mean, that has its place too. But
Well, and I think dating apps like that, and well, any social media makes it even harder if you get glued to it.
yep,
Yeah. Yeah. I wonder if we'll have someone come along that will um, change that mindset.
we'll
Hopefully, it's
see.
just a vast majority of people that do that, not just one person.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Um, we'll see. We'll absolutely see.
Yeah, society's gonna change. Well, it's been changing, but it's gonna change a whole hell of a lot more.
Yeah. I mean, America, as we know, it's going to continue to change.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I think China's about to become, right, if it already isn't. Uh,
Superpower.
yeah, the hegemon.
China's basically got us by the nuts.
Mm-hmm.
We're in so much debt with China.
Yep. And
Let me
that's
see if I can.
what is the U.S. debt? I want to look at that.
Yeah, that's what I was just searching too. They have like a live debt clock. Yeah, U.S. national debt clock, real time. Here it is. Holy
27 trillion.
shit! Yep, U.S. national debt 27 trillion. And it's going up every sec. Oh my god! Dude, it's like going up rapidly. It's not stopping.
Dude, the student loan debt.
Jesus.
Have you seen that?
I'm looking at it right now. Holy fuck. Wow. Yeah.
That's
China's
ridiculous.
got us by the nuts.
Mm-hmm.
What's China's debt? Do they
Uh,
have any? China's debt. Uh, 5.48 trillion.
5 point. So yeah, nowhere near what we got.
Oh.
Jeez.
What's Putin saying lately?
I don't even. He's oddly behind. Putin warns that U.S. will be controlled by Americans. What?
Isn't that good?
Yeah.
Oh.
So, asserting that his darkest fears have been confirmed, Vladimir Putin warned that the United States was on the verge of being controlled by Americans. Is this satire?
Is it?
No, it's by the New Yorker. No. Is it? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, apparently, speaking to reporters at the Kremlin, Putin said that Joe Biden was the handpicked instrument of those who would seek to advance American interests.
No
Yeah.
shit. What?
Joe Biden is no more and no less than a puppet of the American people.
That's good.
Yeah. What the fuck is he talking about?
Uh, he talks out of his ass. Well, those guys don't poop though. Remember,
Uh
like Kim Jong Un, he tells people think he doesn't poop because he's a god. He says he has no butthole.
huh.
I'm dead serious, dude. He
Oh, you
really
know
does
what?
say that.
It is a satire. It is
Okay,
satire. Okay, good.
but
I was about
but
to.
Kim Jong Un really says that, man. That he has no butthole,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
people believe it.
He could shoot uh a bullseye with a gun when he was age 4 or something.
Yeah, they all believe that. That's
God.
insane. You scratching your beard?
No, that was my arm.
Oh, okay. That mic's picking up everything.
Whoops.
Yeah, man. No, you're good. That was just funny. Um, man. Yeah. So I would. I'm gonna go on and
Oh, your mic cut out. I think, man.
did it? Hello. Hello.
I think your mic cut
Can
out.
you hear me now?
That or my oh
Hello.
nope. Okay, never mind. Sorry. For some reason my computer got muted there. Sorry about that.
You're.
Fuck. I was like,
Well, fuck
I
it.
have
We're
no
gonna
idea why I must have
fuck
clicked
it.
that thinking I was
Nah, it
actually in
happens,
a.
dude. It happens. We're gonna keep it in there. Fuck it. A little technical difficulty. um, that's what I was basically gonna say is just Putin. That was satire, but the fact that we didn't realize that that was satire at first shows how fucked up the stuff he says is,
Yeah.
or the way he acts. He doesn't say much actually, but the way he acts.
Yeah, he's very like you've seen interviews with him, right?
Oh yeah, he's a pure narcissist.
Mhm.
I mean, that's a trend with most leaders is narcissism. So I think everyone has a degree of narcissism, though, but some people's is just out there. You can classify like scratching.
Oh,
um,
yeah. Sorry.
no,
Got
you're good.
rational.
I'm just adding some humor in there. You're good. Um, so I would classify like you've got your average Joe and basic survival instincts, and which is some narcissism because if you don't care about your self interest, then you're not going to survive. So that's good. So you've got that. Just your average, well-rounded individual. You've got one end of the spectrum is low self like worth to where you just would rather be dead. That's not good. You want to have some sense of I deserve good things. That's the one end. That's really low. And then you go to the right, past the average Joe, and you've got the still cares about others, but mostly just care about own interests. Y-
Mhm.
But it's getting there. Then you go even further to the right, you've got your business big CEOs, not all of them, but some bankers, those kind of guys that rip people off, make a living ripping people off. Some of them, um, those guys are pure. You're getting there with the world leaders of those guys of the world, the pure narcissists who just don't. And then you'd go to sociopaths, psychopaths, which also tie into narcissism. But that's like the next level to where, because just being a narcissist, I don't think you'd still hurt people to a major extent. But sociopaths and psychopaths, that's where you start seeing intense levels of narcissism to where they could literally kill someone and not care if it suits them.
Mhm.
That's my take on narcissism. Like, it can be a good thing to be a little narcissistic at times, or else you'd never progress. But there's got to be a well rounded sense of that, but also empathy and care for other people too.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think if you're totally um if you have a bit of narcissism, it can, or just self-care, you got to have some care for yourself and know your own wants and needs. So everyone's going to have a bit of that, and that but once you get over to that far side, like you were saying, it gets very um bad pretty quick.
Yeah, and I'd say just from what I know about psychology, and the the younger you are, the more narcissistic you tend to be. As you get older, that's when you start to see more selflessness and altruistic behavior, meaning for the better good, the greater good. So you let go of your ego more as you get older because appearance fades, all that stuff, and all you've got left is your character. I think that's why. So yeah, when we're younger though, like our age, and then until you get into your 40s, 50s, raising a family. I think once you have kids too, you tend to be a little less narcissistic because it becomes about your kids more than you.
Mhm.
You start to learn to it's not all about you, but some people never grow out of that. It's actually a mental it's actually a mental illness if you don't outgrow it. If it's actually part of you, like you're just pure narcissistic. But it's hard to classify people. Everyone's got a little bit of everything, in my opinion. It's the brain's complex, and you can rewire it too by changing your thinking patterns.
Over a period of time too,
Oh, it takes a
right?
long time. Oh God, takes years, man. I'd say those are like wires that you got to reconnect, make new synapses. Yeah,
God, that's tough.
it is, but it's worth it. I think it takes grind. I'm still working at it, rewiring old beliefs. It's a process,
Mm-hmm.
crazy process.
Yeah. Do you think I don't know if we've talked about this in a previous podcast, but do you think Americans in general tend to have a little bit more narcissism than, say, people in Europe or Canada or anywhere around the world?
Yeah, we haven't talked about that on a podcast yet, so that's good. Yeah, we talked about it to ourselves though, and
Yeah.
that's I think Americans are probably the most entitled. Yeah, up there at least. Yep, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, that's we're definitely seeing the problems with that right now, aren't we?
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of that. If you're refusing to wear a mask to protect others, yep,
Yep. We're
just because
still
of your own beliefs, you think you can't. You got to stick to your conservative beliefs or whatever. Liberty.
We're still seeing that. We're seeing that at work right now.
God, man. Yeah, at work. Can't wait for COVID to be over. We've said that a million times. But movie wise, we watched um one good thing about quarantine is you get to watch movies. We watched Good Time on Netflix.
Fantastic movie.
Yeah, great movie. Absolutely great movie. I recommend it. It's got Robert Pattinson in it. And yeah, go watch it. We won't go into too much, but Pattinson does a great job, man. It's basically um it's a thriller with some drama. It takes you through I'd say he's a narcissist. 100%.
Yeah. Um.
I'm trying to I'm trying to delve into a little bit without actually giving up too much, but yeah, it's basically it takes you through the journey of this guy and his brother who's mentally handicapped, and um they get in some trouble, some criminal trouble, and he's trying to get his brother out of jail, so he does even more criminal shit. That's basically what it is, and it's really good.
Yep. And very fast paced. Like it was an hour and 40, and it felt like just an
Felt
hour
quick.
movie, just because of how intense it was, how fast
Yes,
paced it was.
yes, it absolutely did. Great movie. um so that's at the end of each podcast we're going to be doing the telling talking about a movie, and that's one you guys need to watch. That's the movie of the week right there.
Good time. And on on Netflix, and the soundtrack is amazing too.
Oh yeah, you like the soundtrack, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that soundtrack was solid. It definitely was solid. um Man, I you got anything else to say?
I don't think so.
That was a solid solid 50 minutes. Oh, Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah.
Ah, no, we're not ending this quite yet. Hold on. Thanksgiving. We were talking about this morning how Thanksgiving's actually not so great for certain groups of people.
Mm,
I wonder if Native Americans celebrate Thanksgiving.
probably, yeah, probably their own version of it. Yeah. I,
Okay.
I don't
Is
know if anybody's gonna. Well, that there will be people that are celebrating right now just because they want to avoid the social distancing rules, but um
Not supposed to, huh?
mhm.
Not supposed to have large crowds. Yeah. Um, but we just thought it's funny how as kids we're taught that Thanksgiving was this great, huge feast and dancing and partying and
Mhm.
but in reality, pilgrims, natives, maybe ate some corn and shit, and then kill each other savagely.
Mhm.
Raped and pillaged each other, and then that was it. And that's Thanksgiving, just because of that one bite of corn or turkey that they had.
Yeah, it wasn't a fun
I
time
probably
out
got
there,
my
was it?
facts wrong there. There's probably some. There's probably deeper than that. There's some treaties and shit. I need to go back to elementary school history, but yeah. Then we're talking about Christopher Columbus. But
Yep.
he's not the best guy, but it's funny how our school system, they tell you they never want to focus on anything bad about American history, man.
Yeah.
Well, slavery, they do admit that that was bad, but everything else, they're kind of like, yeah, Columbus, great guy, sailed the ocean blue in '92 or not '92. Fuck, 90. That not '92. He could have drove there in '92. Uh, 1792. I don't know,
Yeah,
something like that.
a little bit earlier, I think. Like
1742. I don't know.
it,
Anyway, um, yeah, yeah, we don't like to admit that American past is kind of ugly.
yeah, and that's especially true around this time. We got public school really shined the light on how America's great, but
Yeah,
didn't
absolutely.
show the harsh facts about how we got where we are.
Yeah. Um, but happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
On that note,
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving. Regardless of the actual history, it is a good. I like it. I like the holiday. It's nice. The message is nice with family and sharing meals, and it's nice. It's a shame we've got COVID going on during it, but see who you can and drink and eat, and it's good. Enjoy it. I guess it's got to have something to make life more vibrant with holidays, huh?
yeah, you do.
Make
Get,
life more interesting. Look forward to something.
yeah, grab a drink,
Grab a
get,
drink.
cook up a good meal, and enjoy yourself, especially right now.
Yeah, just don't drink too much and let your immune system go to shit.
Yeah,
And yeah, that wouldn't be good.
get in all the positivity that you possibly can.
Yeah, positive vibes always are good.
Mm-hmm.
They heal you. Um, s- Meditate, say some affirmations, say some good things about yourself, visualize, read. I don't know, do anything that makes you feel good. And if but you can't get rid of negative thoughts completely though.
Mm-hmm.
So those you just gotta let go, let them sit there, feel uncomfortable for a while, and then let it pass. I've noticed fighting the negative thoughts never works.
Yeah.
They grow. Whatever you give energy to keeps growing. So probably just ignoring them. It's hard, but I think they're bound to go away eventually if you ignore them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. Just gotta make sure that you watch your emotions too. Try and understand why they're there.
You wished my mom happy birthday the other day, huh?
I did.
Yeah, I fucking forgot.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Not let me live it down. No, she's not actually mad at me, but yeah, because it's usually it falls on Thanksgiving a lot, so I'm used to her birthday being on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So I was completely spaced that it was not on Thanksgiving this year. But yeah, that was not good on my part, but my mom doesn't really care. So I'll see her tomorrow for Thanksgiving and it's gonna be fun.
Mm-hmm. It it happens.
It does, but I wasn't being mindful. Shows I was being lost in my head.
Well, you'll get another chance to say it tomorrow, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Um Bucket. Quote time, man. pull out a pull out one of them quotes out of the Meditations by Marcus
I
Aurelius.
got one picked out right here.
You already got it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dig inside yourself. Inside there's a spring of goodness ready to gush at any moment if you keep digging.
Dig inside yourself. There's at any moment a gush will pop. Or wait, what? Wait, read it again. Read it again.
Di-
Sorry.
Dig inside yourself. Inside there's a spring of goodness ready to gush at any moment if you
Okay.
keep digging. I don't think I've said that one before. Hopefully
No,
not.
you haven't. You haven't.
Okay.
So basically, everyone's got something good about themselves
Mm-hmm.
that they can craft and let grow into something great.
Exactly.
It could be anything. You just got to nurture it and work on it. Look for the best thing about yourself and just keep get perfecting each that thing that you like about yourself and keep focused on that. And other good things will come as well.
And one of the ways you're going to do that is if you keep listening to our
If you
podcast.
keep, yep, you got to subscribe.
You got to
We're at
subscribe.
6 subscribers, 1 view on the last video. It pisses me off. Because we got 100 something on the first video, like 20 on the second, 25 on the third, and then the fourth just tanked. But I know all these fuckers are gonna be listening to it. When we get bigger, they'll be
Oh,
listening
yeah.
to these old episodes to reminisce. So that thing will shoot up to like 1 million someday. It's all good. We don't gotta stress it. Yeah. Just kidding. No, but yeah, subscribe, please. On a serious note, please subscribe and leave it a like so the algorithm can not fuck us. Yeah, YouTube's algorithm is odd, very odd. Like with music, I still don't understand it. With this, I don't understand it. Just yeah, random videos will get some views, and then other ones will completely tank, and we'll have 1 view.
Yeah, it's that what is it called? The recommended? No, no, no. What is it?
Yeah, I mean, I recommend you. So yeah, cause some videos, man, it's like the YouTube guys. They push. They hot. It's not even the algorithm anymore. It's like there's some actual guys that push a video, like that go in and make a video that's most viewed. Like some of those random recommended videos, like the old man's advice video or
Yeah.
the raccoon video. That shit just popped up on my, and everyone in the comments is like, nobody searched for this video. Like it was on everyone's recommended, some random video. But then it turns out to be a good video, so someone might be pushing those. I don't know,
Yeah, it's that stupid algorithm that's
just random. Yeah,
playing favorites.
yeah. Well, we're coming up on an hour here. Solid episode, episode 5. We'll be back next week. We're gonna name this one the holiday special, the Thanksgiving special. The turkey special.
The turkey special. Yeah.
Turkey special. Um, and on that note, an hour 15 seconds. This was episode 5 of the Kitchen Talks podcast. I'm Nathan,
And this is P.
and we will see you next week.
See you next week, guys.